but it's never been the same ever since I quit my wild ways. From where we all came, remembering our place, growing up on game. Close your eyes, slip back time, and all you'll feel is love inside. I grew up on game, but I always played it safe, never messed with daddy's marinade. When the night's a dangerous state, there's always an extra plate for a passing stranger at the gate. I grew up on game. Ease your mind, search and you'll find all you'll feel is love inside. I grew up on game, and I know I'll never change. I can't quit my wild ways. From where we all came, remembering our place, growing up on game, yeah. Climbed up to your doorway with my hair all strewn about, and you came out from your mirror and began to shout. You handed me a poem and tried to read it aloud, but with unknown illusions, it just brought me down. And your strange shadowed child, she knew but would not tell, and I was still tossing dimes into the wishing well. And it was not until the day of the feast that I came down to succeed, to say the least. Yes, I feel okay, I didn't need you anyway. It's no different from what I'm told. It's in with a new and out with you. I walked in your garden all covered with bliss, because my taste buds blossomed with your gentle kiss. But now you put on makeup and climb down the tree. I am skipping stones alone, feeling fancy free. Sometimes I see your snake, it slithers through the streets, and I know that she can see me, but our eyes never meet. And anything that I sing will never bring you to tears, for I've seen the spiders crawling from your ears. Yes, I feel okay, I didn't need you anyway. It's no different from what I'm told. It's in with a new and out with you. it's in with the new and out with you. Yes, I feel okay. I didn't need you anyway. It's no different from what I'm told. It's in with the new and out with you. Avery was a smart young lad when it came to album moms, quickly setting up a new life and exploring the grounds. Among all the beauty, he found he was deceived, for there was a mean old giant who controlled society. The giant put him to work at the robe store in town, for the previous owner had been hung for speaking out. Avery took to rope making and had not one complaint, for he had a plan for freedom from this awful state. Whoa, 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 whoa. He'd never known such a tyrant. Whoa, 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 whoa. Avery and the giant. Avery found that rope making was quite a cinch, but when people came by the store, well, he never sold an inch, saying he was sold out or still learning the trade. With him still being new, they all bought the charade. Working both day and night for about a month, he looked at all his bundles and finally thought he'd have enough. And when the giant was sleeping, all he did was tie him down. And if you visit there today, there's still big bleached bones all around. Whoa, 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 whoa. He'd never known such a tyrant. Whoa, 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 whoa. Avery and the giant. I know folks in every trade, those who create and those who aid. And I know the tune with your name, ask me any time of day. I know the boots that will fit, I know fools who will never quit. And I knew them all before they hit big on page. I'm the connector to storytellers, carpenters, and inspectors, and everything in between, but I won't lecture. I'm just here to connect ya, and then I'll be on my way. Folks of the obscure, those who've been to other worlds, and those who've helped this pale blue pearl become what it is today. I know the partner you need, those who can help you to break free. And if you ask how to be like me, you know exactly what I'll say. I'm the connector to storytellers, carpenters, and inspectors, and everything in between, but I won't lecture. I'm just here to connect ya, and then I'll be on my way. Connector to storytellers, carpenters, and inspectors, and everything in between, but I won't lecture. I'm just here to connect ya, and then I'll be on my way. Finding our own way. The map that we had is in ashes or chalk. We'll make it on okay, with our sight on the northern star. The seas are sure to be rough. The land will be rocky and tough. A hand out of blind man's bluff, supported by the strength of our love. Around the rum now and celebrate life from around all shores. At sunup we'll turn round and see the ripples from our mystical course. The seas are sure to be rough. The land will be rocky and tough. A hand out of blind man's bluff, supported by the strength of our love. Submit to love. When you're shaking and colored sea green, walking a weak plank with nothing but trust, maybe ready to sleep, the chance dream and say, there's the rub. Ha! Say, hey, yeah, I wanna spend these days dreaming with you. Hey, yeah, I wanna spend these days dreaming with you. Yes, we landed here together. We're only looking forward, so we rigged the ship to blow. You keep that fire burning, you keep the light to make it all explode, and you still take me over love. You're the commandeer. barking at the ones who own the land. Amused by watching us pitch tent, but the laughs come softer as they watch us grow. And the reverie pilgrims brought worlds and dreams swinging through billboard skeletons. What happens when come high water? We'll grab floating doors and follow the flow. Hey, yeah, I wanna spend these days dreaming with you. Hey, yeah, I wanna spend these days dreaming with you. Yes, it looks like we're fair distance. Let's lay here tonight and watch the fireflies glow. Keep that fire burning while you start the great fireworks show. And you still take me over, love, you're the commandeer. Take me over, love, you're the commandeer.
Coming off the trail with Wyatt, Bat, James, and Virgil, and we were thirsty for some whiskey but had not a penny to our names. My boots were too dusty and my muscles too tired to sit with some inbreds and lie through my teeth for a few card games, so the other four boys got a table and I moseyed on up to the bar. They often joked there was more silver on my tongue than in all of Tombstone, so I said, "Barkeep, we came in only with our guns and good looks. We ain't good with the broom, ain't good with the books, but a drink would liven up our weary bones. What do you say?" And he said, "Empty your wheel gun out on the bar and we'll see how many rounds there are. Now, one shot for one shot, and I only deal in 45s. One shot for the whole lot, and that leaves you with one shot for your life." Well, I looked at the bullets, but I looked longer at the bottle. As much as I hated to part with those 5 rounds, life's for taking chances. So I told the boys we had a deal, and they all came up for their drinks. Then my eyes stopped at the stairs, and Big-Nosed Kate and I were exchanging glances. Last I saw her was when the Rangers took me from her bed, but she helped me escape before they could put a rope around my neck. She walked on over to where the mouth breathers were playing. They spouted a curse at her. I guess they weren't playing with a whole deck. I said, You got one shot to apologize, or I'll put one shot between your eyes. One shot for one shot, and I only deal in 45s. One shot is all you got, yeah, you got one shot for your life. And then he said something dumb like he don't apologize to whores. So I figured he was asking for all the things that would come next. I still had my whiskey in my hand when he reached for his gun. But he was all wrist and it's all hip, so I kept my word a la tete. Then I was empty, but I hadn't spilled a drop. His friend made a move, but I was quick to my knife. He knew he'd been beat by the shine of the blade. I finally drank and said, give me your bullets, and I'll let you leave with your life. Well, before he ran, he let them fall on the ground, and I bought the boys and Cade's another round. One shot for one shot, and I only deal in 45s. One shot is all you got one shot for your life. Yeah. One shot now, what you gonna do?
How's it going, everybody? Good to see you here tonight. My name is Jeremiah Craig. Thank you for joining me for this Freedom Stream. Good to see you. Hello to all my country folk from Tokyo to Roanoke. We're gonna have some fun tonight on this Freedom Stream. Yeah. We're gonna be talking cowboy boots. We're gonna be playing some music and just having a good old time. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We got Isaac in here, good to see you. Deathlike Reviews, Carol and Neil in here. Like usual, Lucas, yo. How's it going, everybody? My name is Jeremiah Craig. We're gonna be having some fun tonight on this little matinee stream. Could this be considered a matinee here in the US? I know it's not matinee over there in Scotland, Neil. But, woo, that's what I'm talking about. Go Bills indeed. Yes, the Bills won a big one today against the Patriots. It's about time somebody else is taking the reins in this conference, and I'm happy that it was the Bills. Yes, how's it going, Smack Daddy? It's good to see you, John White. Hey, Lucas. Whoo! Hey, Mom, how's it going? We're gonna have some fun tonight, so let's jump right into it. I got a whole show planned right here, right now, and we're just gonna be having a good time, you know? I'm not gonna be reminding anybody to vote. I'm not gonna be telling anybody to vote for a specific candidate or not. We're just gonna be celebrating the fact that we can do this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And maybe making a little fun of it along the way. But everybody is going to have a good time, and we're going to pick at everybody little ways here and there, and it's going to be a fun time. So I can't wait to get into this show with you, and we're going to have some giveaways right here for you folks in early. And I want to start out with a cool little song that I have that's sort of relevant to the Freedom Stream deal here, because sometimes we vote for silly things. Have you ever walked into the booth and read the thing if you weren't prepared ahead of time? You're like, why are we voting on this? Or even prepared ahead of time and said, why are we voting on this? Why is this the thing? Well, it's not just in recent times. This goes way back. And there's one story that's a good example of it, with a postmaster from Bothell, Washington, and his work to create roads and then try to make them perfect after the fact by
letting people sort of pee alongside the road and making it safe to do that. But it goes way back. Gerhard Erickson was this postmaster and founder in Bothell, Washington. He actually helped found the town. And he arrived in the U.S. in 1881 from Norway to escape poverty and to get more opportunity, right? As the great immigrant story goes. And he bought some of the first land for sale in Bothell, Washington. Like, he bought the first lot, and it was sort of a big deal. But he didn't start there. He also started a general store and became active in the town, founding a church, served on the school board, is credited with naming the town. You know, he formed a local Bothell bank in 1908 with 9 other businessmen. So he was a busy dude. He also was on the Washington legislature. But there was this problem with roads in Washington way back then in the early 20th century. See, merchants and farmers wanted to be able to sell their goods and timber in Seattle, but they needed a road to make that a possibility. And the Model T was also making it affordable for more people to buy cars, but they didn't have any nice roads to drive on, you know? So Erickson served in the Washington State Legislature in 1905, and he was vital in helping pass a bill to create the Washington State Highway Commission and building 12 roads through Bothell on the way to Seattle. So he's a great man with some great accomplishments. The roads were complete. Lots of folks were happy, but Erickson was not happy. He wanted to go the next step further, and that's when some of these silly things come into play, right, that we vote on. It's like, you guys did all this great work, and now it just seems like a little bit overkill. But this is what happened. Erickson didn't want to see his roads go to waste. He wanted to make them the best possible. And he noticed that there were a lot of blackberry bushes and thorny plants, excuse me. So Erickson was fearful that if someone was passing through the town and they needed to pee alongside the road, they wouldn't be able to do that just because there were so many thorny plants. It wouldn't be safe. So he wrote a bill and backed it called the Thistle Bill, which would require the removal of all the thorny plants alongside the road so people could safely stop alongside the road and pee if they had to. This is the perfect example. And I feel like it went something like this. We've done our part in paving the town for all the travelers on their way to the sound. But we can do better when the sun goes down and pave the way for sweet relief. So I introduce the good Thistle Bill to clear blackberry bushes from the side of the hill and next to the road and across from the mill to keep away unintended grief. Yes, we stand for freedom to travel around and to get relief anywhere it is found. So we'll dig up all of these thistles in sight so you don't prick your prick in the night. But wait, hold your applause until you hear the whole tale. It's short and it's sad and unequivocally male. Consuming all coffee that one can corral is the start of this fair warning. He stopped past the mill to find a tree, but with none to be found, he soon let Willie free. Among all the thistles then cried out bitterly, and we couldn't pull him out until the morning. Yes, we stand for freedom to travel around and to get relief anywhere it is found. So we'll dig up all of these thistles inside so you don't prick your prick in the night. Oh my.
Consider this tale before voting today, and think of yourself in a similar way. Just then the whole hall roared with a number of yays. We don't want our pricks pricked in the night. Yes, we stand for freedom to travel around and to get relief anywhere it is found. So we'll dig up all of these thistles inside, so you don't prick your prick in the night. Yes, alright. Actually, you know, if Erickson had delivered his Thistle Bill in song like that, I probably would vote for it. I probably would have been pumped up enough to vote for it. I just love it. Love those silly stories that somehow end up on a ballot sometimes. It's just so silly. So silly. You can hear that song on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you listen to it. It's on my album, In Vacant Dates and Intentions. How's it going, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me today. Hello, Jasmine. Your husband and you are new fans. Woo! Good to have you. Thank you so much. Ari wants to know what mic I'm using because it sounds so great. It is an SE Electronics. It's pretty sweet. I really like this one too. SE Electronics. I use this all the time on all my stuff. Love it. Love it. Looks like I forgot to plug in here. But we had the extra mic anyway, so it didn't really matter. All right. So, I hope we are all doing well tonight. It's good to have you here. We're going to be playing some songs. I'm going to be telling some stories like that last one. Hopefully they're not too long for you. I just like getting into some of the history, especially on these live streams. Can sort of expand on the stories behind these things because that's part of folk music, you know? Folk music is all about telling stories from history or ones that you make up too. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the chat, Jasmine. Yes, thank you. Everybody welcome everybody. Everybody welcome everybody else. No, you guys are so cool welcoming and bringing new folks in here. That's what it's all about. It's what it's all about. All right, so I want to do this next song. I'm going to do the story, and then we're going to do a giveaway during the song. And this little story right here and song is about the most famous leper from It's about the most famous leper from the United States and how he constantly escaped from quarantine. You see, fear is a powerful motivator to public opinion over diseases and other things, but also especially when it comes to diseases, as we're seeing in recent years. And leprosy was one of the most misunderstood and feared diseases for centuries leading up to the 20th century, when a man named John Early helped bring more attention to the treatment and the disease of leprosy. You see, leprosy had been viewed as like this dirty disease since it was featured in the Bible so much. Many thought that it was a punishment only to sinful people, and they were the only folks who would contract it. And it was widely feared because it just made you look really bad. It was a grotesque way that it attacked the human body through like sores and ulcers and things. And many thought that it was really, really contagious, but it was not nearly as contagious as they thought it was. In fact, you had under a 10% chance of contracting it if you ever met somebody with leprosy, and that's only if you had a predisposition in your DNA. So it was kind of hard to pass on to somebody else unless you spent a lot of time around them. John Early was a U.S. soldier who fought in the Philippines during the Spanish-American War, and when he returned home, he visited Washington, D.C., where he noticed he had some of these ulcers on his skin, and he went to the doctor, and the doctor says, "Hey, John, you have leprosy. That's not good." And John Early says, "Yeah, I know that's not good. What can you do for me, Doc?"
And the doc says, there's nothing I can do for you. We're going to have to just take away your rights and put you in quarantine. And that's what happened. They put him in a house in Washington, D.C., didn't allow him to leave, but they did bring in his family, and they built a wall right down the middle of this house so that his wife and kid were on one side and he was on the other side. And he would play mandolin and music through the wall with his family. But as you could imagine, this would get like really old, and it drove him crazy. So he broke out of quarantine and started protesting at different rallies and gatherings and things for increased treatment of people who had leprosy. Because basically, if you had leprosy, you were pretty much deemed dead and put in quarantine. Your will was honored. So like people just had random funerals for you, even though you were in quarantine someplace on a leper colony. So that stress caused, between his wife and him playing through the wall and not having a lot of communication, that caused them to separate to some extent. And every time John Early would break out and go protest someplace, he'd be arrested and put back into quarantine. But then he would do it again. And he did it so often that he made a deal with the feds that he would run a quarantine leprosy colony in Diamond Point, the state of Washington, and they would pay him to stay there. But even the conditions there that he was being paid to stay weren't good, so he broke out and did more protesting. And he would continue to do this. He would be taxed for his escapes. He'd be tested with strange treatments. And eventually, they did find a cure for leprosy. Too late for John Early, but now it is a treatable disease, and it's not nearly. It doesn't have the stigma attached to it that it used to. So that's good, but there's a lesson in this, and that's like, to me, is that we have to approach all things with understanding, and caution, compassion, and empathy. Because you don't know what somebody's going through, And sometimes it's not as bad as a lot of people make it out to be. So this song is called Bust Out Early John. When I got sick of running, they damned my soul to Diamond Point. Stamped, ulcered, and unclean, and that world-old fear cries testaments to the free. To keep a shiny sheen, and what can a poor sick man without friends or money do? You can call me Bust Out Early John, and you can bet your health I won't be here for long. No. Well, she heard me in the Capitol playing mandolin through the wall. Boys and she'd sing along, but with the dissonance of feds pressing the neighbor folks. Hey, she couldn't find the song, and I'm so tired of it all. If only they let me go home. Yeah, they call me Bust Out Early John. You'll see my feared face again on that Capitol lawn. I got the world behind me, I have feelings and tastes. You'll only find me when I want, and I want to show you ain't chased. No. You catch the news, and I'll catch a Route 1 bus. We'll see who catches it worse. All the true stories are sleeping beneath their trucks and laying blind to the purse. And I won't be the last, and I'm certainly not the first. Yeah, they call me Bust Out Early John. You see my feared face again on that Capitol lawn. Yeah. They gave me cold shackles when I needed a warm hand, and call my acts tragedies, and I was poked and prodded, locked up and shipped out too, and taxed for my maladies. No matter the results, I'm cuffed as a carrier. Yeah, they call me bust out early, John. When you come back with those meds, you'll find me gone. Men shrink from me, but only when informed. You'll only find me when I want, and I want to say you've been warned. Yeah. Yo, yeah, it's a true story about John Early, one of the most famous U.S. lepers. Hey, thank you for joining me, Deathlike Reviews. Hey, Morgan, good to see you here. Woo, let's go. Haha, John Early should become an escapologist. He probably could have rivaled Houdini. That would make for a great show if people weren't going to be so scared to go because he had leprosy. It's really a shame. It ended up being a very wasn't very contagious at all. So a lot of people's lives were ruined because people were just afraid of this disease. There was a whole island in Hawaii where they held lepers. It was one of the biggest leper colonies. It was the island of Molokai, I believe, because that's how you pronounce it. John Early wasn't there, but he contracted it in the Philippines during the war. So that's what we got, and I realized why I was playing that one that I forgot to start the giveaway for that, so we're going to do the giveaway right now. Great job, Jeremiah. We'll get it going here. We'll get it going. All right. This is overdue. So first up, we got the CD, we got a boot wallet, and a bottle opener made by Twisted Willow Fabrication. If we can, there we go. It's a Boots and Ballads bottle opener. There it is. That's what's up for grabs right now. You guys know how this works. I'm going to put in the comments. You can comment now, and that's when it starts. Comment now. Bam. Alrighty. That's what we're doing here. And I'm going to pull up the comment now ticker. So we got that going as well. Alright, I hope you guys are having fun tonight. Why don't you comment which boots are you wearing to enter? Which boots are you wearing right now? I got the J. Chisholms. Oh, wires. I got the red J. Chisholms today. I had to wear them to support the Bills. I was all decked out in my Bills gear earlier today. That was a big game. I'm still happy we won that one. Patriots deserved that loss. All right, so I feel somewhat responsible for the way things have gone this year because at the end of last year, I wrote a song called Watch It All Burn from the Lake on our inflatable sofa. And then I released it in January 2020. It was like, released it that first month. And then about a month later, everything just went to shit. And many of the things that I wrote about it came true. So please don't blame me for 2020. This is called Watch It All Burn from the Lake on our inflatable sofa. Written before everything happened. Well, I barely made it home, Everyone has lost control thanks to the earthquake and the mysterious plague. But I believe it was a sign when I found what the looters left behind. Relax, my love, we will soon be safe. So let's use all the air in our chests and simply float away from this mess. Yes, let's go out on the lake in our inflatable sofa and watch the world end. I got some beer and trail mix to hold us over till it's safe to start again. Darling, don't shed a tear, the apocalypse is here, but we can still grow older. We can see it turn and watch it all burn from the lake on our inflatable sofa. As we push off from the shore, we can see the world's at war, thanks to how beautiful the sky is tonight. The ash and clouds above our heads reflects a yellow and a blood red from the cities on fire, but out of sight. So if it's going to be this way, let's try to win and find a good spot to throw the anchor in. Yes, let's go out on the lake in our inflatable sofa and watch the world end. I brought my fishing pole and a propane stove. The bass don't know what's coming for them. Darling, don't shed a tear, the apocalypse is here, but we can still grow older. We can see it turn and watch it all burn from the lake on our inflatable sofa. We can see it turn and watch it all burn from the lake on our inflatable sofa. Watch it all burn from the lake on our inflatable sofa. All right. Oh, jeez. That song became too real, too fast. Please don't blame me. All right, we're stopping it there. We're stopping the comments right there. Hey, Unethical Entertainment. Hey, Casey Hamilton. How's it going? Good to see you here. Jonathan. Hey, John Woodrow. Crockett Summers in the house. Good to see you. Hey, everybody. Hey, Nick. Good luck. Good luck. Screw the Patriots. That's what I'm talking about, Nick. No boots today, Morgan. Oh, that's okay. It happens. It happens. Sometimes you just gotta wear the slippers, especially with it being so cold out. You know what I'm saying? All right. Hey, Uncle. How's it going? Cheers to you. All right, let's get this winner. All right, so we got 23 people in here right now. Let's do this. 23, we're going to generate the winner, and here it goes. 1, 2, 3. Nick, you won. Nick, with the comment, screw the Patriots. I promise that was completely random. Congrats, Nick. I love that you won with that comment. I love it. Oh, if any comment deserved to win, it was that one. Cheers to you. You get the CD. You get the Boots and Ballads bottle opener made by Twisted Willow Fabrication on a stainless steel. This will last you your entire life and your entire children's lives. And also a Wallaroo boot wallet or phone wallet. I like to put these in my boots, but I also have them on my phone. So they work pretty much on either of them. The boot wallet needs the leather inside, the leather lining for it to work the best. Congrats, Nick. Cheers to you. All right, let's do a segment. Let's talk about some boots. Let's do some boot talk. Thank you so much, Pup Dakota. Yes, Nick. Nick, I'm going to put my email in here, and please email me, and we will get your prize out to you. I'm just putting my email in the chat. There we go. So email me, Nick, and we will get that out to you. Congratulations. Congratulations. What's a good boot tree? I don't use boot trees that often. I usually just use the cardboard that's in the box and keep them in the box. Oh, geez. There's one in the group that's mentioned often, and Lone Star Boot Reviews did a video on it. It's like I don't remember the name of it right now. Check out Lone Star Boot Reviews, everybody. Nick Ryan, awesome dude. He did a video on the boot trees, the shifter thing, and you might want to see his review on that. And as far as like the ones that you put all the way in, those boot trees, I think that as long as they're cedar, as long as they're wood, you'll probably be good to go. Probably good to be the Voot boot shapers. That's what it's called. Thank you, Lucas. Thank you. Hey, River, how's it going? Good to have you in here. Thanks for joining, Isaac. Good to see ya. Is it cold where I'm at? Yeah. It snowed yesterday. No, it snowed on Friday, and we still have some snow outside. So it is cold. It's warmed up, though. The snow is starting to melt. Let's see, it's 47 here, but it was 30 yesterday. A little early. Whoa, River's got the Justin 2222s. That's a rare boot. Damn, that can go for a lot of money these days. 51 and sunny there. Ooh, that's nice. Never heard of snow. Ha! Lucky you, Smack Daddy. 67 where Morgan is. Whoo! It's still beautiful weather. I don't mind the snow. I grew up with it, so it doesn't really bother me. Mr. Pumpkinhead is not gone. Mr. Pumpkin, me and Brenna, me and my wife made a snowman and put the pumpkin head on top of the snowman instead of making a snowman head. Perfect for Halloween. It's still out there. It'll be there for like a week. We packed that snow tight. All right, let's do a boot segment. Let's do a boot. Wet 86 and sunny. Where are you, Unethical Entertainment? Are you in Florida? Whew. Damn, I was surprised there. 86, man. You can get a suntan today in November. All right, let's do this boot segment. So, I was thinking about what I want to do for this Freedom Stream, and I have an awesome idea, and it's thanks to bootmaker Morgan Buckert that I'm going to be talking to on Thursday. She gave me the idea for this while I was talking with her about the Ask the Bootmaker live stream. And it all has to do with the presidents of the United States and wearing cowboy boots formally and what that means to the American people. So, let's get into it. This is going to be fun. Lots of presidents have worn cowboy boots from the mid-20th century to today, or just been in Western style, popularized the cowboy look, right? Theodore Roosevelt, Calvin Coolidge, Harry Truman, they all embraced Western styles and boots, but none of them really with formal attire, like the suit, right? Not until one president in the 60s. And I thought it would be fun to look at these presidents and how they made the cowboy boot work with formal wear and popularize it with the American people. I was speaking with Morgan Buckert about Ask the Bootmaker here coming up on November 5th, so if you're available, you should definitely tune in for that. She's an Idaho custom bootmaker with a master's degree in history, so we got to talking a little bit about history and American history. And she mentioned that Lyndon B. Johnson was one of the first presidents to popularize the cowboy boot with formal attire. I thought that was super interesting, so I looked into it. And of course, LBJ is from Texas and had a large cowboy boot collection. Like Lucchese boasts that one of their most loyal and memorable customers is LBJ. And this is a picture that you can see on the Lucchese website where they boast about this. I mean, they have a whole page dedicated to the fact that Lyndon B. Johnson wore their boots. And apparently, he was a Lucchese's boot owner since 1940, but the record with Lucchese starts in 1952 when he was a U.S. Senator. So that's what Lucchese has on that record, but they say it goes back further. But Lucchese isn't the only company to have boots worn by Lyndon B. Johnson. Justin brags about this in their About section in their history on their website, and so does custom boot maker J.L. Mercer and Sons. They also made a pair of boots for Lyndon B. Johnson. And since LBJ, nearly every president has sported cowboy boots at one time in office, and some more than others, and sometimes when they wear those boots more than others, it affects the industry more. Ronald Reagan was known to wear cowboy boots on a regular basis. Let me bring up the picture of Reagan that I got. He was known to wear boots regularly, Ronald Reagan, and this was during one of the best times in the industries in the 80s. So he might have helped, grow the popularity of cowboy boots, or the trend might have been there, and he just it just worked during that time, but that was like one of the best times for the industry. So you think that maybe presidents wearing cowboy boots affect the sales? I think so. In 2001, New York Times ran this article, and they reported a phenomenon called the Bush bump. Now, this is known as something that they can't really confirm because you can't basically tie those two. There's no data. But basically, when George H.W. Bush was in office and George W. Bush were in office, more people were interested in wearing cowboy boots, and more people bought cowboy boots. Can you believe that? I can believe that. And they reported that these, like I said, they reported that these presidential bumps can't be confirmed with data, but spokespeople for Justin and Tony Lamas totally noticed upticks in sales when presidents regularly wore boots. They weren't the only ones who noticed this trend. It was also noticed by Rocky Carroll, who was the unofficial custom cowboy boot maker for presidents, starting with Gerald Ford. He made boots for 7 presidents. 7. Nuts, right? So people in the industry are recognizing the fact that when presidents wear cowboy boots regularly, more people buy cowboy boots in America. I think we're about due for another one of these bumps in the cowboy boot industry, right? So I'm hoping that future presidents wear cowboy boots regularly, because I just think we could use that help. We could use the help in getting more people interested in getting some boots for themselves, And with so many presidents wearing boots with suits in the past, I hope the future presidents pick it up and encourage more Americans to wear them regularly, because it totally makes it acceptable, right? When a president wears boots with his suit or her suit in the future, I think more people will be open to the fact that cowboy boots can be formal attire. And we all know that they can be, but maybe there's some folks out there who are still a little skeptical about it. I think we're overdue for a bump. Oh, the Oval Office logo on your boots. That is flex. Oh, so that's That's my segment. I thought it would be a fun little thing to talk about there. Presidents wearing cowboy boots. You gotta love it. I want the next president to wear cowboy boots all the time, every single day. Let's go. Let's go already. Our presidents make the precedent for Americans to wear their boots with formal wear like any lady or gent. Wear those boots with your suits, yeah. Let's go! Presidents, wear those boots, would ya? Freedom Stream! Oh, cheers to you guys. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Let's do another giveaway. This is just water. I'll get my drink in a second. You wear your boots for more formal wear more often. I think I do too. It's not like I'm going a lot of places. Well, I guess like semi-casual. Love it. Wear your boots to a funeral. I got to. I would do that too. Like your Fry harness boots. Yeah, classic. Oh, I imagine, Carol. Jeez. I imagine high heels gotta get real annoying real fast. Brenna didn't make me the drink tonight. I just mixed Jameson's with some leftover apple cider. Because I'm not really a big fan of Jameson's. It's kind of getting old for me. So I did a little mixer, and I got Jameson and apple cider. Pretty simple. Nothing too crazy. I didn't ask for any fancy drink like I did last time. Although that should be a tradition. Why not? Let's do another giveaway since I was so late on those other ones. All right, we're going to do another CD, Gardner Hands. You can find this on Amazon Music, Apple Music, Spotify, wherever you listen to music. Another bottle opener, Twisted Wheel Fabrication. And a Wallaroo boot wallet or phone wallet that you stick inside or outside your phone case. So let's do that right now. I'm going to do comment now. Bum, 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 bum. This is the waiting music. There we go. Comment now. All right. We'll get the ticker going. Where we go. Bam. There it is. Alrighty. So this next song that I want to play is a song about immigration. America has been the land of opportunity for those seeking it for the longest time, forever. And there was a point, between 1820 and 1930 where 4.5 million Irish people arrived in America, due in large part to the potato blight and famine. New York City is even reported at one time to have more Irish than Dublin did. It's crazy. So here's an old song about an Irish American immigrant. And the bittersweet nature of it all. Leaving home, finding opportunity in a new place, but having to leave home. Farewell to the dear land I leave far behind, and farewell to my father, although he be blind. Shall I ever forget him, though my heart beat with joy, for he called me his darling, the wild Irish boy. Yes, he called me his darling, the wild Irish boy. When I came to this country, I had brogues on my feet and corduroy breeches, although I looked neat. Yet the boys all laughed at me, still it caused me great joy, for they called me the hero, the wild Irish boy. Yes, they called me the hero, the wild Irish boy. There is one they'll remember and never forget. 'Tis Washington's dear friend, bold Lafayette, who gave fortune and all, not wishing for fame, for he dearly loved freedom and Washington's name. Yes, he dearly loved freedom and Washington's name. I will send for my parents, and they will come here to a land filled with plenty, and the land they love dear. And I know they will meet me as their hearts beat with joy, for they called me their own son, the wild Irish boy. Yes, they called me their own son, the wild Irish boy. There is the dear land I'll never forget, and the time it may come when it will be happy yet. Would to God it would now, oh, it would give me great joy, for to gaze once more on it, though a wild Irish boy. For to gaze once more on it, though a wild Irish boy. That was an old Irish American folk song called Wild Irish Boy. Whew. Hey, Aunt Capone, how's it going? Good to see you here. Woo, Aunt Capone in the house. Yo, how's it going? Back from the Anchor days. Podcast Anchor days, Aunt Capone in the house. Good to see you. Woo. Oh, this is great. Good to see you, buddy. Okay. We're going to announce the winner here. We got 25 folks in here. Let's find our winner for... All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, here it is. Here we go. I got to get my button ready. Winner is Drifter. Yeah, buddy. It's been a while since you won one. We got the CD, the bottle opener, and the boot wallet. Congrats, Drifter. Alrighty. Okay, so congrats, and we have another surprise winner. Drifter, let's give it up. Give it up to him for again. Here, let's go. Where's my button? Bam! Drifter. Okay. You guys remember from the last stream, we had a Twisted Wheel Fabrication special giveaway, Good Vibes giveaway, for those folks out there on the chat who are being real positive. They like to see positivity out in the world, and they are looking to reward that and show attention to the fact that you guys are being positive and just putting good vibes out there. So they have announced their Good Vibes giveaway today, just now. This is a Twisted Wheel Fabrication, and the Good Vibes giveaway will win this Step in the Strongest Way keychain engraved by Twisted Willow Fabrication, and the winner of this keychain today, they just sent me the winner because they choose, is Neil. Congrats, Neil. Congrats, Neil. We're going to send you a keychain that says, "Step in the strongest way." That's the Good Vibes giveaway. Thanks for always having good vibes on these live streams and in all other content that I do. Neil, you're the best. Cheers. Cheers. And thanks for Twisted Will for making that happen. I have nothing to do with that. I'm just supporting the fact that they want to share positivity in the world. Well, I guess I do have something to do with it. The company is run by my parents, so I'm a little biased. But of course, I'm going to support my parents' company for sure. Whew! Good stuff. Good stuff. 2 winners right there in a row. Love to see that coming through. This is great. I hope you guys are having fun tonight. I'm having fun. I think it's time for another song and another story coming at you here. This one is a little bit different. There's a lot of history to this one. And it's called 3 Villainous Ministers. It's about cancel culture. But cancel culture in the 13th century or 11th century. You see, we might think that cancel culture is sort of new, but it's kind of something that the human race has been doing for a long time. You know, even way back into the Mongol Empire in the year 1271. I was reading this book, Kublai Khan, by Morris Rasabi, His Life and Times. Kublai Khan was the grandson of Genghis Khan and the Mongol emperor over China, establishing the Yuan dynasty in 1271. As you can imagine, the Chinese, they didn't really like being ruled by the Mongols. They thought the Mongols were barbarians. They thought that they were so much better than the Mongols. So it was kind of a difficult circumstance, even though the Mongols allowed for more religious freedom. There was more trade, culture growth, but there was also a lot more violence too. I mean, the Mongols didn't just walk in and get voted in. No, they took the Chinese over. So the Chinese were kind of upset about this. So during Mongol rule, they had to live with it, but they always made efforts to undermine Mongol control. And one way was to use similar techniques that is used in cancel culture today. This is really interesting. There were tax ministers in the Mongol society who worked for Kublai Khan, and they would go around and collect taxes from people in cities. And of course, the Chinese didn't like paying taxes to the Mongols, so they would make up rumors or spy on these tax ministers. And the minute they made up something that stuck or found something that they could exploit, they reported it to the Mongol Empire, and they were canceled. But the only problem is, in the Mongol dynasty there, cancel meant you were dead. It means if you got caught with doing something that you weren't supposed to do and you were that high up, you were dead. But it was the rule in the Mongol culture and society that you couldn't spill a person's blood when you killed them. So if a tax minister was caught doing something wrong, reported by the Chinese citizens to the Mongol emperor, Kublai Khan, you couldn't spill their blood. You had to wrap them up, at least that's what the Mongols did, wrap them up in a carpet or a rug, and then they would be trampled by a bunch of horses so that no blood was on the ground. They were just killed that way, which is a very odd way to be killed. But that was the rule. So it's kind of like cancel culture today, but you just don't get run over by a ton of horses when you do something wrong. You still had a chance to make up for it. And I'm not saying that all canceling is bad. I'm saying that it's all up to you, right? Because obviously people use these things to their advantage sometimes. It's been going on for the length of history, of human history. Some ministers were guilty, but some weren't. And some were still canceled. This is called Three Villainous Ministers. We made three villainous ministers with our textbook conspirators. We planted the crystals and we planted the jewels to watch them grow up and break the rule. Follow me to that holy man's home. I'll show you his red handprint. Shame his home as he shamed our own. He's just as heaven sent as Diablo. We made three villainous ministers with clarity of expert translators. They covered the honest and they covered the right with ashes from battle and then tucked them in tight. Follow me to that holy man's home. I'll show you how this leader limps. Shame his bones as he shamed our own. He's just as heaven sent as Diablo. This reign is still short in years. They're still damp behind the ears. I take my home back after you forget me. We'll be steady, always steady. We'll be steady, always steady. We'll be steady. We made three villainous ministers with access better than these trespassers. We nurtured the masses and we nurtured the prince to see your every move and ready our fence. Follow me to that holy man's home. Just ask the brothel, he's on their list. Shame his bones as he shamed our own. He's just as heaven sent as Diablo. Three villainous ministers there. True story, true story. Love doing those true stories. That's something that has happened and it continues to happen today. It's just gotten a little bit better because we don't kill people anymore when they're canceled. But we still have plenty of improvements to make. How's it going? How's it going? Thank you so much, Smack Daddius. You can hear that song on my album In Vacant Dates and Intentions. It's on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, wherever you listen to music, it should be there. Thank you so much, son. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Your ex wants to cancel you, Drifter. Well, you probably left her stranded someplace while you went to watch me live streams. Like, your record isn't very good so far. For everybody who doesn't remember, Drifter left his date in the last live stream to come see my live stream. I just get a kick out of it. Thank you, Drifter. I appreciate you. You're the best. You're the best. Oh. You guys are so much fun. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. This next song goes along with that last one, except we're gonna do another giveaway. Let's do another giveaway. This one's gonna be fun. So I'm gonna show you what's up for grabs. A little different this time. We got another CD, of course. Which way does it go? Another bottle opener made by Twisted Willow Fabrication with the Boots and Ballads logo on there. And a Budweiser belt buckle. Check it out. Who wants this Budweiser belt buckle? Here's the back of it. As you can see, heavy duty belt buckle here with the Budweiser logo on there. All American beers, right? King of beers. Is Budweiser still the king of beers in 2020? What do you guys think? We got the Budweiser belt buckle up for grabs right now. So let's start it. Comment now. Bam. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's give that belt buckle away. If you don't know what to comment, let me know if you think Budweiser is still the king of beers or not. This song goes right along with that last one. Kind of holding grudges, right? When somebody gets canceled, sometimes they deserve it. Trust me, I know. Sometimes they totally deserve it. But don't hold grudges against them, because grudges can slow you down. I mean, a lot of people are dividing these days and holding grudges against each other for one person's belief or something else that's ridiculous, but you gotta remember that people come at life from completely different directions and different backgrounds, and they want different things. And we gotta respect that, right? We can't hold grudges against other folks, because carrying grudges will slow you down to the point where your demons catch up to you. See, demons? That's what this song is about. Demons do not carry grudges. They do not care at all. They're only out there to bring you down. And when you carry grudges, it slows you down. It makes you vulnerable to these demons. Where the hell is my cursor? There it is. So, that's what this song is about. Grudges that the demons lack. Moving through the street at 12:30. Mama says to watch yourself, with the dirty demons all right behind, trying to get you in good time. Yeah. Now you're moving slow, heavy on your back, carrying grudges that the demons lack. You see, they just come up doing their job, looking for your soul to rob. Can't you see through your holy eyes as the sun begin to rise? Yeah, you're losing everything along the way, on your way to to a brighter day. Oh, is this how the heavens meant it all to be? Is your love so weak that it shivers in the breeze? Ha. Is this how the heavens meant it all to be? Is your love so weak that it shivers in the breeze? And you let it oh, you let it don't you know you let everything fly away? Now you ain't got no great disguise, pulling up the collar to cover your eyes. Yeah, you're moving slow, heavy on your back, carrying grudges that the demons lack. Ooh, is this how the heavens meant it all to be? Is your love so weak that it shivers in the breeze? Is this how the heavens meant it all to be? So weak it shivers in the breeze. And you let it oh, you let it oh, yeah. Don't you know you let everything fly away? Grudges that the demons lack. Don't hold grudges, folks. Don't hold grudges against each other. That's how we make progress. Stop it. We got 21 folks in here. Thank you so much for joining me. We got the belt buckle up for grabs right now. Are we ready? Love it. You guys are the best. Ooh. Number 1. The first comment after mine gets it. What? Drifter can't win twice? Drifter wins twice? What? This can't happen. This has never happened. Drifter wins again. Oh my gosh. What? Okay. So, Drifter, we gotta talk. We gotta talk in the chat. Get in the chat. Come on, let's go. Get in the chat. I need to know which package you want, because we're going to give the other one away to somebody else. I'm not going to send you 2 things. So do you want the belt buckle or you want the phone wallet package? You want the belt buckle or phone wallet package? Never happened. It's never happened before. It can't happen. No, it's not rigged. I swear it's not rigged. All right, Drifter, you gotta let me know what you want. The only difference between the 2 packages is that one has the belt buckle and one has the boot wallet. You want to give the buckle away to somebody else. That's right. You said give the buckle away to the guys here. All right. We're gonna do another random drawing. Thank you, Drifter. Thank you for that. Everybody's super excited still. Okay. Here we go. 1, 3, 4. There it is. Morgan, you get it. Where is my button? There it is. Congrats, Morgan. You got the belt buckle, the CD, and the bottle opener. Congrats, Morgan. And thank you, Drifter, for keeping this belt buckle up for grabs. Morgan, that is MO2 again. I'm assuming you pronounce that Morgan. But if I'm wrong, I apologize. Please correct me in the chat if I am wrong. What a man. True that. True that. Woo! Congrats, Morgan. Congrats. Cheers. Woo! Ha ha ha. Okay. All right, I got another song here for you guys. I'm gonna get into harmonica again for this. This one's classic. This is a classic song. You guys will recognize it right away. Well, maybe not right away. I do it a little bit different. I think what we all need right now is a little bit less. Negativity. Maybe we need a home where there aren't any discouraging words. Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam and the deer and the antelope play, and seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. Home on the range where the deer and the antelope play, and seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. How often at night, when the heavens are bright with the light of the glittering stars, I stood there amazed and wondered as I gazed, does their glory exceed that of ours? Home on the range where the deer and the antelope play, and seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. Home on the range. No discouraging words, and the skies are not cloudy all day. That's what I'm talking about. That is freedom. Let's go. Thank you so much, Carol. I'm glad you liked that. All right, Crockett, good to have you here. Thank you so much. I don't know James Connolly Irish song. I should learn that one, though. That's a good one. Cool. And that concludes the planned portion of the live stream. Thank you so much for joining. If you want to stick around, I'm going to be doing just sort of hanging out, chatting with you guys. If you guys want me to play any specific songs, I see here John wants me to get the banjo out, which I can surely do. But that is like the planned portion, so everything from here on out is more casual. I have no outline for the rest of it, so if you guys want to hang out, I'm here to hang out with you guys. Just let me know what you want. You want to talk boots? Put a question in the chat. You want to hear a song? At least one that kind of a vibe. I can't play any covers, but if you want to hear sort of a style of a song or a banjo song, let me know. I'm going to play a banjo. I'll get that banjo right now. Hell yeah, let's hang out. That's what I'm talking about. You guys are the best. I like doing the organized portions. I feel like the casual stuff can turn people away sometimes, so it's like a nice mix to the new folks in here, which we have had. So thank you to all the new folks who are joining this live stream. Let me grab the banjo real quick. And we're back. All right. Ugh. It's a tight. There we go. Oh, no. Where's the pick? Oh, all my picks are gone. I'm missing my free hat. Oh, that's right, Sean. Thanks for reminding me. I gotta measure my head. I gotta get to measuring. All right, I got this song here. It's about a near-death experience or an out-of-body experience. I guess it's sort of both. In some people who get close to death, they or do die, they leave their body and go to another plane, and they can see everything, and apparently like it's this awe-inspiring moment that is just filled with joy. And to some people anyways, it might just be, the brain shutting down and different synapses firing in different areas to be the perfect experience and seem real. I don't know. The debate is out. I believe both sides. I can get down with a conversation. If somebody says that they had an out-of-body experience, I will believe them. So this is a story about that. It's called Open Chest Revelation, where somebody has that near-death, out-of-body experience when they're having surgery, heart surgery. I lost my fear when I lost my connection beneath the edge of the night. I started my adventure with the act of levitation, but they brought me back to the buildings of lights, and it was a more than a dream. It was an open chest revelation, and now I know there's more than what there seems to what we call a life. Well, I did not feel like I knew my own reflection as I glanced at my shell as I passed. There was no thought of a correct direction, no limitations attached. It was just a gleam, an open chest revelation, and now I know what it really means to be breathing and alive. Now I've lost my faith in the popular translation of life and its so-called facts. So if this should come again, I want there to be no questions. Do not bring me back, for I've known nothing so serene as my open chest revelation. And now I know what it really means to be alive. Open Chest Revelation, you can hear that on my album Lost Keys and Lounge Strange. Thank you for the request, John. Thank you. Good to see you. Good to see you guys all here still. Cheers to you. Cheers. I haven't done a review on the Lucchese 7-toe yet, but I can't wait. I love that 7-toe. They got this one boot the Carl, which is a sharkskin boot. Lucas has got that boot, and damn, does it look sweet. That's got the 7-toe on it. I think the 7-toe looks slick, especially like with sharkskin and rattlesnake. I got a rattlesnake 7-toe on my list. Like that's the rattlesnake that I want, is a rattlesnake boot with the 7-toe. It looks so good. It looks so good. With Lucchese prices, you could buy a house. Sometimes, especially if it's like gator. Yeah, somebody did get those really nice gator boots on like a whim from his wife. That was awesome. What an awesome story. All right. Thank you all for joining the Freedom Stream tonight. Let's talk about luck. Talk about luck. Yeah, right? Maybe if you weren't always leaving your women to come join my live streams, you'd have somebody to buy you alligator boots too. I'm just joking with you. Hey, you won twice tonight. Drifter basically won twice tonight, so it's paying off. It's paying off. You guys are the best. All right, I'm gonna play this one song. It's called. The song on that banjo was called "Open Chest Revelation" on my album Lost Keys and Lounge Strange that I did with my buddy Jake Boucher. You were gonna say what I was gonna say? Well, you did raise me, so that probably has something to do with it. Here's a little story about success. About making a move. If you don't know if it'll work or not, and it working. It's called Reverie Pilgrims. Cinnamon for Dream Chasers. We came from the old world, Junior, through the ghost towns on the new gold rush. No matter how long you let it pursue ya, you always submit to love. When you're shaken down and colored sea green, or walking a weak plank with nothing but trust, maybe ready to sleep, perchance dreaming, say I, there's the rub, and I say, hey, I wanna spend these days dreaming with you, yeah. Hey, I wanna spend these days dreaming with you. Yes, we landed here together, and we're only looking forward, so we rigged the ship to blow. You keep that fire burning, you keep the lights to make it all explode, and you still take me over, love, you're the commandeer. Here we are like a deck of giants, barking at the ones who own the land, amused at watching us pitch tents, but the laughs come softer as they watch us grow. Yeah. And the Reverie Pilgrims brought worlds and dreams swinging through billboard skeletons. And what happens when come high water? We'll grab floating doors and follow the flow. Ha! Hey, I wanna spend these days dreaming with you. Yeah. Hey, I wanna spend these days dreaming with you. Yes, it looks like we're fair distance. Let's lay here tonight and watch the fireflies glow. I get that fire burning. You start the great fireworks show, and you still take me over, love, you're the commandeer. Yeah, it's alright now. Let's get it, let's do it now. All together again. Yeah. We came from the old world to near, through the ghost towns on the new gold rush. No matter how long you let it pursue ya, you always submit to love. Hey. Take me over, love, you're the commandeer. Reverie, pilgrims, from the Commandeer EP. Whoo! That whole EP is about meeting my wife in college and then picking up and moving across country together and making it work. And that's the last song in the EP. That's the made it work part. Cheers to you. Cheers to you, folks. Woo! Thank you so much, Carol. I appreciate you. Anyone try Los Altos bullhide boots, Robert asks. I haven't tried their bullhide, but I've been to their factory. I like their factory. It's pretty sweet. And I got a pair of the Yeehaw Cowboy boots, which is made in the Los Altos factory. They're made really well. They look great. I like them. But I haven't specifically tried any of the bullhide ones that they have. I don't know their the leather quality or anything. I'm sure it's good. I'm sure it's pretty good. Yo. Thank you, Neil. Thank you, Carol. Thank you, Drifter. Senor Famous! Yo, you're getting some boots tomorrow. Congrats. Yes, stuck between the Ariat Work Hogs or the Groundbreakers. Can anybody else help? Maybe there's something better you want to pull in under $200. I just tried the Work Hog. I like the Work Hog. But I haven't tried the Groundbreaker yet. Get in the chat if anybody can help out Mr. Senor Famous. And we'll see if we can find anything good for you. I'm a fan of that Work Hog. I love the fact that they got B-widths. Stood up to the test. I dropped big rotor on my foot, gouged the leather, but my foot was fine, so the steel toe definitely works out well if you're getting the steel toe. Any idea why Boulay doesn't advertise more? They probably just don't know how to, or they just don't care, because they mainly just sell to retailers. So they don't really need to advertise. They sell their boots to retailers, and then they leave it up to the retailers to do their advertising for most of the time. It's like the retailers will post a special on Boulay on Instagram or buy Facebook ads saying, hey, you can get Boulays here. Or perhaps you've been looking at Boulay boots on Cavenders.com or Sheplers or something. And when you go to those websites, you'll get cookies on your browser or in your device, and then see advertisements for those same boots on Facebook and Instagram, or when you're just doing random Google searches and going on different websites, you'll see those ads. So they pretty much just leave it up to the retailers to advertise for them in most circumstances. However, I have seen them sponsor events, actual in-person rodeos and things like that. So they do sponsor things, but I would love to see them enter the digital world more for sure and see some advertisements from them directly. But it's a traditional world. It's a traditional industry. A lot of these boot companies are really afraid to run advertisements because it makes them feel like they're stepping on the toes of their retailers. Maybe the retailers can't get somebody to buy boots because the main company, the big head honcho, Boulay themselves, is running ads, and then people try to buy directly from Boulay. But you can't in most times. And most of the boots on their website, you can't buy from them. You have to go to a retailer. It's just a really old way of doing business that the cowboy boot industry hasn't come around to thinking, hey, you know, we can do this a little different. A lot of companies do that. And Boulay is one of them. And it's sort of concerning sometimes because I want to see these good brands succeed, the brands that I know and love for years. I want to see them more and have them compete with some of the newbies on the scene like Tecovas or Cuero or the area is advertising. Even Dan Post advertises all the time. Tecovas did a Yeti commercial. Yeah, Yeti is one of Tecovas' investors. So they work together on a lot of stuff. That's the whole origin, or at least I think. That's the whole origin of the Yeti and Arctic sort of rivalry there. Yeti invests in Tecovas, Arctic invests in Cuero. So it's sort of a rivalry there. And I thought Cuero was done, but I saw an ad for them the other day. This looks like they're coming back during the holiday season, which I'm not surprised about. I don't really like the way they do business, but it's not illegal. I just don't think that it's cool. Just showing up during like the times when people will most likely buy stuff and then disappearing after that. It's so sketchy. It's so sketchy, guys. I'm not a fan of Cuero at all for that. I don't care. I don't mind if you are. Like, everybody's got their things, but approaching them with Boulay, yeah, I've approached them. We had a good email string, doing something, maybe doing a collab. There, like in February, but then the pandemic hit, and I think we both had to like go our separate ways and figure things out. We haven't gotten back together. So I should email Boulay again. I just been, I guess, pursuing other opportunities. But yeah, I hope to work with Boulay at some point. Yeah, it totally is a balancing act, and I think Ariat has the balancing act down. Dan Post has their balancing act down. They're good at advertising, even though they sell through retailers a lot of times. I think that there is a balancing act, and Dan Post, Ariat figured it out. But a lot of folks are hesitant to enter that because they don't want to step on the toes of their retailers. But you gotta figure something out. It's just 2020. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm gonna play one more song here, everybody. I'm gonna tune it because my battery is dying and I'm getting hungry. You guys are the best. Stupid COVID. I miss buffets. Me too. I miss buffets too. You gotta love a buffet, especially a pizza buffet. Pizza's like my favorite thing ever. Buffets will never be the same, at least not for decades. I wonder if buffets will still be a thing. That's gotta be tough. Oh shit, there it goes. There it goes. Broke the string. I was afraid that was gonna happen. I was afraid that was gonna happen. 1 second. We're not ending it there. I'm gonna play this song. Broken string's not gonna stop me. You just have to bear with me for a little bit. Snap! Snap. I hate when that happens. Having ravioli. Ravioli! Hey Chris, how's it going? Good to see you. I'm totally ready for a buffet.
Let's do this. This next song is one that I have to tune funny. And where's my there it is. A lot of times the string will break on it, but it's a really sort of happy song. And I'm gonna play it. I don't care if the universe is gonna give me a broken string. I'm gonna play this song. 'Cause this is how we do. We go through. We keep going. Don't stop. And if you guys want to hang out with me for a second here while I put this new string on, I'm totally down for it. I have Martin strings. I do like Martin strings. I like phosphor bronze strings. They're not the best sounding strings. I like D'Addario. I like their strings, and there's a couple other like really fancy strings that definitely sound better, but they don't have the durability of the Martin strings. And I know one just broke, but it's because I play really hard and really rough, and I'm out walking around in the weather, and I'm just not really. I told you, I'm horrible on things. That's the whole reason why I had to go to cowboy boots, is because I just can't keep things nice. So Martin strings are like the best they're the best in between, right? They sound really good. They don't sound the best, but they last the longest, I found. We're tuning this thing, baby. Elixir is good too, but Elixir has broken on me before too, like too early. We're making this happen. There we go. Now the thing when you break a string, sometimes all of the other ones are way off. Welcome to the show where Jeremiah tunes and changes his strings. An hour and a half of him tuning and changing his strings live for your enjoyment. Now to sort of break it in and stretch it out a little bit, we got to do this little trick here, sort of like boom, 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 boom. Pull it up a little bit, and then we tune it again. There we go. You're not stopping me, universe, from playing this song. It's called Viaduct. I broke my suitcase on the viaduct, and Miss Pross said she'd sew a new handle on. I met Ramona in the waiting room, and we decided to get lost in the gamelan. Yes, she took me up to the attic now to tell me more about how she was feeling, and we laughed when I lost my shirt and my foot fell through the ceiling now, and I wave from above, and I wave at you, love, and I wave from above on the viaduct, yeah. Now I saw Baloo, he was shaking them trees as I was crossing over the interstate. He was done reaching at them prickly pears, finally trying to put on a little winter's weight. Yeah. Yes, he told me to come stand upon his shoulders, 'cause the ones at the top are the sweetest. And I know firsthand just what he means. Yes, I can feel it. Yes, I feel it too. And I wave, wave, wave from above. And I wave, wave, wave. Act to love and I wave, wave, wave from above on the viaduct, yeah. Now I make no haste, 'cause if it goes to waste, it was meant to perish. And now I make no haste, I take a good taste, one that I can cherish now, one that I can cherish and now, yeah. And the onlookers can think whatever they please, but to me it feels just as real. Maybe even a little bit better. See, I got no problems with frozen custard meals. And I'll probably stay up here quite a bit longer. Yeah, see, I'm just liking it this way, and I think I'll be just fine staying here the rest of my days. Rest of my days, I'll wave, wave, wave from above, and I'll wave, wave, wave from above, and I'll wave at to love on the viaduct, yeah. Yes, I wave high on the viaduct now, waving at you, waving back at me now, love. I said I'm high, 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 high. Come on up and join me. We're gonna follow this thing. We're gonna follow it all the way home, yeah. Viaduct. And that one is on my album, Gardener Hands. Congrats to everybody who won tonight, and thank you all for joining me. You guys are seriously the best. I appreciate you in every way. Oh, I love you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me tonight for the Freedom Stream. I know there's a lot of stuff going on in the world. This might seem like a hectic time, but come Wednesday, we got to keep our shit together. So keep a positive mind no matter what happens and no matter what side you end up on. Let's just keep it light. Let's keep it happy. Let's keep it free. You know what I'm saying? So thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me. You're the best. Whew. Love you guys. Keep it easy. Stay happy, healthy, and smart out there. Cheers. I'll see you tomorrow for coffee and music. Have a good one.